Hi, I'm Jody Hand, Mrs. Hand Painted, and in today's videos I'll be showing you some watercolor Mother's Day cards. I have a series of 4 cards that you can do in this series of videos. There are 4 different ones and they are vegetable and fruit puns. This is the 4th and final card in my little vegetable and fruit pun series for Mother's Day cards, and this one is Mom, You're the Berry Best, and I'll show you how to paint some fun little berry illustrations. For this tutorial and the other 3 cards, you'll need 1 sheet of 9x12 watercolor paper. I'm using a Legion Stonehenge paper, and I've divided that into 4 sections that are 4.5 by 6 inches each. So I just used a ruler and drew down the center of my card. So you can see in the videos, I've used the same sheet of paper to make all 4 cards. And I'm using some round Princeton Velvetouch brushes in size 6, 4, and 1. So I may just use a size 6 for one, but I will. All right, the last one in my series of little pun cards is one with berries on it. And this one is You Are the Berry Best. And I am going to start out with that main strawberry. And I still had some of this magenta quinacridone rose color on my palette, so I'll just go ahead and use that. Maybe I will mix in a little bit of my permanent red with that, so it ends up being kind of a more strawberry-like color, I guess. I've just been kind of mixing all on my plate here, so I have a little bit of purple still in there. Really, it's not, doesn't need to be completely realistic or perfect. So the shape of the strawberry is kind of almost a heart, but not quite. I'm just going to do my strawberry shape. I don't want to be too thick on my paint, and I do want some light areas here for kind of a highlight, so I'm just going to leave that kind of white, rinse my brush, dab off extra, and then just kind of let that color come in with that dry brush. I might even lift some off and dab that on my paper towel just to get a little more of a highlight. Need that a little more pointed. It does look like a nice little highlight there. I'm going to do a blueberry, another strawberry, and then maybe like a blackberry or a raspberry right here. I haven't decided what color to make that one yet. Alright, so I'm going to do a blueberry. I'm going to use some Prussian blue and some indigo for that. Alright, so that doesn't bleed. I'm going to dry that really quick. Alright, I'm going to do a blueberry coming out from behind this little strawberry. I'm just going to do a little circle, and then I'll add the little details on it after that dries. I'll do another bigger blueberry from over here. And since that is dry, I'll do my little leaves. I still had some of the sap green. I'll just mix a little bit of my Prussian blue into that and darken that up a little bit. And just do some little leaf shapes.
And I'm just going to add another smaller strawberry off here to the right of this blueberry and do it the same way I did the first one. I'm just kind of outlining it with my red mixture and then rinsing my brush. And I'm using that wet brush to just spread that color around and leaving a very light spot on that side for a highlight.
Alright, so in the center of that blueberry, I'm just almost going to make like a little star pattern. And my leaves on top of this one. Oops, a little bit of bleeding here. It wasn't quite dry. Alright, and I think I need to even this out. Maybe put a little blackberry or something right here and here. I'll do like a raspberry. Get a little bit of this rose. I'll just dip that in where I had some purple. Alright, so my raspberry, make of little segments. I'm just going to make little segment pieces. They're coming from behind the I'll make a blackberry over here, and that's going to be, I'll take the same kind of blue I had, mix that in with a little purple. And this violet. And just make my same little segment pieces. The blackberry is a little bigger, so I can go a little bigger. I think with that raspberry, I need to just kind of come this way a little bit more. Kind of just painting this without a reference here, so there, that looks a little better. I'm just kind of fill in a tiny bit more of that white space. There we go. All right, now I'm just going to add my details on my strawberries. I actually am going to switch to size 1 to make my little seed areas, I guess. So I'm just taking that same red. I'm just going to make the little line, curvy line pieces across that. And just kind of have them curving in toward the center. I'm going to add a little bit of detail on my my leaves here, so I just got a little bit darker green. I'm just going to make some little lines. Just wanted to add a little bit more detail to that. I'm going to dry the, oh actually I'll do my splatters here and then I will dry it. Just kind of block that off. My red. Purple color. And now I'll dry that. trays. Okay, like I said, my handwriting, not the greatest on this, but if you wanted to do it a little bit nicer, maybe I would suggest using a light box and tracing a nice font, or you could use brush lettering if you are really talented with that. This just gives you an idea of what you could do for a Mother's Day card and the painting. Like I said, this is not meant to be a realistic botanical painting. These are just little illustrations, and they're supposed to be fun little cards that you can make fairly quickly for a Mother's Day card. So I hope you like these. Like I said, there's 3 other classes or tutorials on these. I've got the beets, Happy Mother's Day with the peas, and the watermelon and the berries. So make sure you check out those other videos if you want to learn how to make some other fruit and vegetable illustrations with watercolors. Thanks for checking out my Mother's Day card series. If you want to paint all 4, make sure you check out my other 3 videos.